Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 7 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter operation with fractions. The lessons we're going to cover today are add and subtract fractions, add and subtract mixed numbers, inequalities with addition and subtraction of fractions and mixed numbers, estimate sums and differences of mixed numbers, right? So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, here I am on grade 7 math. We're going to start with the chapter operations with fractions. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is add and subtract fractions. Let's start with the first example, that is 4 over 9 take away 1 over 9. So how do we subtract? Denominator is 9. So when we're working on this light, when with light denominator, we simply have to subtract their numerators. You just have to do 4 take away 1, that is 3 over 9. Got it? So the correct option is 3 over 9. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, add 8 over 10 plus 1 over 10. So how do we add? Again, the fractions have the same denominator. That means they have the like denominators. So when the fractions have the like denominators, you simply have to add their numerators. So that is 8 plus 1, that 9 over 10. The correct option is option number 1, that is 9 over 10. Okay, let's just start with the other example. So the correct option is 9 over 10. The next example is subtract 3 by 5, take away 1 over 5. So which is the correct option? You have to simply subtract their numerators, right? You have to do 3 minus 1, that is 2 by 5. The correct option is 2 by 5, right? The correct option is 2 by 5. Add, simplify your answer. 3 by 9 plus 5 by 9. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 8 over 9, right? You simply have to add the numerators. So the correct option is 8 over 9. Okay, the next one is subtract 5 by 12 minus 2 by 12. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 5 take away 2 is 3, right? That would be 3 over 12. So you have to divide them by the common factor. Their common factor is also 3. So that is 1 over 4, right? 3 times 4 is 12. So the correct option is 1 over 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 1 by 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is add 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5. So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 2 by 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is that is 5 over 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. Add 1 by 5 plus 3 by 5. So which is the correct option? That is 4 over 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. Add 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 3 over 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. Subtract 4 by 9, take away 1 by 9. Which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, that is 1 over 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. 6 by 9 minus 4 by 9. So which is the correct option? That is 2 over 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, and the next lesson is add and subtract for fractions, word problems. You have to do the word problems on your own. The next one is add and subtract mixed numbers. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, the first one is subtract 17 whole 7 over 10, take away 10 whole 9 over 10, right? So you can subtract the whole number out of the whole number and the fraction out of the fraction, right? But here you need to understand one thing. Like just look at their fractional part. Here you have 7 over 10 and here you have 9 over 10, right? You cannot subtract 7 over 9 because you cannot subtract a smaller number out of the greater one, right? So you need to rewrite this fraction. How? You need to break down that 10 into, no, you need to make the first fraction greater than the second one, right? You need to rewrite this fraction. You can write this as, you have to break down that 17 to 16 plus 1, right? And 7 over 10 is the fractional part. You can write this one as 10 over 10, right? If you divide, they make again 1. Now this fraction is 16 whole 17 over 10 minus 10 whole 9 over 10. You can subtract 16 minus 10, that is 6, and 17 minus 9, that is 8. So 6 whole 8 over 10 is the answer of this question, right? The correct option is 6 whole 8 over 10. So you have to keep this important thing in your mind. You cannot subtract a smaller number out of the greater one. So for this, you need to rewrite the fraction, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, the next one is 10 whole 5 over 11 minus 4 whole 9 over 11. So same, that the question is exactly the same we did on the tutorial. Again, you have to see here, just look at the fractional part. You cannot subtract 5 out of 9. So you need to rewrite this fraction. How? Just break down this 10 as 9 plus 1 and the fractional part is 5 over 11. Write this one as 11 over 11 because 11 over 11 equals 1, right? So if you write 1 or write 11 over 11, that is exactly same. So that is 9 whole 16 over 11. You need to add 11 plus 5, that is 16. You can now subtract because you can subtract 9 out of 4, that is 5. And 16 out of 9, that is 7. So 5 whole 7 over 11 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 1, that is 5 whole 7 over 11. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? That is 5 whole 7 over 11. Okay, the next one is 19 whole 1 over 5 minus 10 whole 4 over 5. So let's just rewrite again, right? Because you cannot subtract 1 out of 4. So you need to rewrite this as 18 plus 1 plus 1 over 5. Then you have to write this one as 5 over 5. This is now 18 whole 6 over 5. So you can subtract 18 whole 6 over 5 minus 10 whole 4 over 5. So 18 minus 10 is 8, 6 minus 4 is 2. So that is 8 whole 2 over 5. The correct option is 8 whole 2 by 5. Option number 2 is the Correct option. 8 whole 2 over 5 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is 8 whole 2 over 5 is the correct option. Okay, 14 whole 6 over 7, take away 10 whole 5 over 7. So which is the correct option? That is 14 minus 10 is 4 and 6 minus 5 is 1. So that would be 4 whole 1 over 7 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. The next one is 13 whole 8 over 9, take away 3 whole 2 over 9. So which is the correct option? That is 10 whole 2 over 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Sub- the next one is subtract 10 whole 7 over 8 minus 2 whole 5 over 8. So which is the correct option? The correct option is that is 8 whole 2 over 4 is the 8 whole 1 over 4 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 1, right? That is because when you subtract, that is when you subtract their whole numbers, 10 minus 2 is 8. When you subtract their fractional part, 7 minus 5 is 2. So that is 8 whole 2 over 8. You have to divide them by their common factor, that is 2. So that is 8 whole 1 over 4 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 1. That is 8 whole 1 over 4. Got it? So the correct option is 8 whole 1 over. We subtract 7 whole 1 over 4 minus 5 whole 3 over 4. So again, you cannot subtract a smaller fractional part by the greater one. You cannot subtract 1 out of 3. So you need to rewrite this fraction, right? You can write it as 6 plus 1 plus 1 over 4. So you can rewrite this one as 4 over 4. So that is 6 plus 6 whole 6 whole 5 over 4, 6 whole 5 over 4 minus 5 whole 3 over 4. So 6 minus 5 is 1. 5 minus 3 is 2 over 4. So you can divide them by 2. So that is 1 whole 1 over 4. The correct option is 1 whole 1 over 4. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is okay, the next lesson is add and subtract mixed number word problems. So you can do the word problems on your own. The next lesson is inequalities with addition and subtraction of fractions and mixed numbers. So let's just see which sign makes the statement true. You have 7 over 8. On the other side, you have 4 by 8 plus 2 by 8. So you have to solve the other side. That is 7 over 8. You have to compare it to 4 plus 2 is 6 over 8. So 7, they have these like denominators. So simply compare their numerators. 7 is greater than 6. So that means 7 over 8 is greater than 6 over 8. The correct option is 7 over 8 is greater than 6 by 8. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Basically, you have to compare the fractions. You have to solve the other side where you are given two fractions and then you have to compare both sides. Which sign makes the statement true? 2 by 3. Take away 1 by 3. You have to compare it to 1 by 3. So solve this side first, right? 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3 is 1 by 3 and you have to compare. So 1 by 3 is exactly equal to 1 over 3. The correct option is equal. The correct option is equal. Okay, the next one is 1 over 2. You have to compare it to 1 by 10 plus 1 by 2, right? So you have to add the side where you are given more than one fraction. So you need to add 1 by 2 and 1 by 10. You can, the first thing you need to make their denominator same. Here you have 10. You always make the smaller denominator equal to greater one. So that means you need to make that 2 equal to 10. So 2 times 5 is 10. You need to multiply this fraction by 5. So that is 1 over 10 plus 5 times 1 is 5 over 10. Just add them, that is 6 over 10. So when you write them in the lowest term, that would be 3 over 2. So you have to, no, so 3 over 5. So you have to compare 1 over 2 and 3 over 5. So which is greater? That would be 1 by 2 is less than 3 over 5, right? The correct option is less. 1 over 2 is less than 3 by 5. Okay, the next one is 3 by 6. You have to compare it to 9 by 12 minus 2 by 6. Okay, so solve the other side, right? 9 by 12 minus 6 by 2. 2 by 6. First thing you need to make the denominator same. You always make the smaller denominator equal to greater one. So you have to multiply 6 times 2 because 6 times 2 is 12. That is 9 over 12 minus 4 over 12. So 9 minus 4 is 5 over 12. You have to compare 5 by 12 to 3 by 6. So which is the correct option? So the correct option is 3 by 6 is exactly half. So 5 by 12 is less than half. So that means well, 3 by 6 is greater than, like half is more than 5 by 12. So that means 3 by 6 is greater than 5 by 12. 11 over 12 minus 1 over 3, you have to compare it to 6 by 12, right? So let's just make their denominator same. 3 times 4 is 12. You need to multiply it by the 4. That is 11 over 12 minus 4 over 12. That is 7 over 12. So which one? 7 over 12. We have to compare it to 6 over 12. So which is the correct option? 7 over 12 is greater than 6 over 12, right? The correct option is greater. Option number 1 is the correct option because 7 over 12 is greater than 6 over 12. Okay, the next one is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. You have to compare it to 2 by 4. So which is the correct option? Yes, they both are exactly equal. 5 by 6 and you have to compare it to 4 by 6 plus 1 by 6. So which is the correct option? Yes, both sides are exactly equal. 2 by 4 plus 1 by 4, you have to compare it to 3 by 4. So which is the correct option? Yes, both sides are exactly equal. Which sign makes the statement true? 2 by 12, you have to compare it to 1 by 4 minus 4 by 12. So which is the correct option? They both are exactly equal. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is estimate sums and differences of mixed numbers. So let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, estimate the difference. Round each number to the nearest whole number and then subtract. First, you have to round off the numbers to their whole number and then you have to subtract. So how do we round off the numbers to the whole number? You have to look at the fractional part. You need to compare the fractional part to the half. If the fractional part is more than half, you need to round up. And if the fractional part is less than half, you need to round on the same decimal. Okay, 20 whole 5 by 13 minus 11 whole 1 over 2. Just look at the fractional part, right? That is 5 over 13. That is less than half, right? So you need to round on the same number. Now look at the this fractional part, half, that is exactly equal. So you need to round up. That would be 20 minus 12, that equals 8. The correct option is 8. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, estimate the sum. 2 whole 10 over 19 plus 2 whole 3 over 14, right? Now let's just look at their decimal portions, their fractional parts. 10 over 19, that is more than half. How do I know? 19, the half of the 19 is 9.5, right? So 10 is greater than 9.5. So that means the 10 by 19 is more than half. So you need to round up to, you need to round up, that would be rounded off to 3. Then you have 3 over 14, that is less than half. So you have to round on the same decimal. So that is 3 plus 2 and 3 plus 2 equals 5. So the correct option is 5. The correct option is 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. Estimate the sum. 2 whole 13 over 14 plus 1 whole 5 over 8. So which is the correct option? The just look at the first fraction, 13 by 14. More than half it is, so it would be rounded off to 3, right? Then the second one is 5 over 8 is more than half. So it would be rounded off to 2. So the correct option is 5. Got it? The correct option is 5. The correct option is 5. 8 whole 11 over 12 minus 8 whole 1 over 4. So which is the correct option? The correct option is, you can solve the question on your notebook and write the answer in the chat box. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 1. It is right because 9 minus 8 is 1. Four whole 3 over 5 minus 2 4 whole 2 over 11. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, I selected the wrong option. Okay, the next one is 20 whole 5 by 13 minus 11 whole 1 over 2. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 8 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 math. The chapter we were working on is Operations and fractions, and the lessons we have covered today are add and subtract fractions, add and subtract mixed numbers, add and inequalities with addition and subtraction, of fractions and mixed numbers, estimate sums and differences of mixed numbers. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So if you have any questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can please ask question. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.